Welcome to this episode of Stacy's Kitchen. And on today's episode, I will be making you something, oh my God, so yummy, so quick, and so affordable. So on today's menu, I'm going to be doing chicken and beef ravioli, homemade my style. So I'm going to start by quickly seasoning my meats. So I have an infusion of some black pepper, some of my dried herbs and spices that I use from Chata. So I'm going to just season my meat with basically some dried seasoning. So I have some paprika, chili, black pepper, salt, Italian seasonings. All right, so we want to get the flavors in there. And also I infuse some salt. I'm going to be using a cute little herb that I picked up recently called safflower. It's actually very healthy. It's a Lebanese spice, but it's so flavorful, and it's also, as I said, very healthy. And of course I'm going to be using some of my Chata's, the ground butter seasoning as well. Not too much, we don't want to overpower it. So I'm just going to give this a little stir. And make sure to wash your meat. Well, not the beef, of course, but the chicken. And this is so yummy and also healthy, full of flavor. All right, so I'm going to season the chicken. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside, let it marinate for a little bit, and then we're going to start with our pasta flour or ravioli flour. Alright, so time to get your hands messy. So we're going to be using 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Alright, so on your clean work surface. Alright, so 2 cups of flour. And actually I'm going to use some of the salt mixture that I had before. So we're going to make a little well in the middle of it, like so. And I'm going to season the flour a bit with some of the salt and the safflower and stuff like that. So safflower is not saffron flour, that's just the name of it, safflower. So now what I'm going to do is, so we're going to be using 2 egg yolks. And we're going to start mixing. To the middle. So we're just incorporating the yolks into the flour. And then I have 3 whole eggs, which I'm going to be using as well. Alright, so 1. So we want to get all the eggs in there. I'm going to do another 1. Two. You will notice I'm not putting any water in this. We're just going to be using the eggs. And then 3. Oops. Our last egg. And then we're just going to combine this together. right, so our dough is coming together nicely. Give it a little knead. So it's going to be a bit sticky. I don't want you to be adding too much extra flour because you don't want it to be too floury at the end of it all. So we're basically making a basic pasta dough, which consists of, eggs, eggs and flour, basically. All right, so we're making our little dough ball. And guys, remember the full recipe will be posted. So I'm just making 2 cups of flour ravioli dough. Which is easy to start with. All right, so you see our dough is nice and well put together here. Get the rest of that. And I'm not over kneading, right? We just putting it together. All right, so my little dough ball, nice and cute. So I'm just gonna place this here and let this rest for a little bit. Gonna clean up my hands, and when we come back, I'm gonna be doing our meat, cooking our meat.
Welcome to the Chattak's Kitchen, where it's tastier and spicier. For even more taste, cook with Chattak's Amchar Masala, saffron, ground jeera and black pepper. Mix in Chattak's mild, spicy or Madras curry. Get a burst of excitement with a mango amchar, pomsade and mango kuchila, lime and pepper chunks, West Indian hot sauce and lime pepper sauce. Plus, Chattak's tamarind and mango chutneys are perfect with kalori and sahina. So make your kitchen a Chattak kitchen. Chattak's fruit products, bringing good taste to life.
With beef, I wouldn't necessarily add too much oil when frying again because it's already oily in texture. So I just put maybe a teaspoon of oil in my non-stick pan, and I'm just gonna fry this up. And you can use regular oil. I would suggest either coconut oil or regular soybean oil for frying. And as I said before, my seasonings consisted of my basil, salt, garlic, onions, things like that. Or my Chattak's dried herbs as well. And guys, remember the full recipe will be posted via Facebook and Instagram, etc. And don't forget, every Monday and Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. on ACTN The Voice. It will be shown. And guys, kids actually really love this type of food. It's easy, it's quick, it's also affordable. Now you can just use plain cheese in your ravioli or even vegetables. It don't always have to be meat, And this is something that you can make in bulk and you can freeze. So whenever you're ready, you just take it out and you add your little homemade pasta sauce. Or they have some really nice ones in the bottles. It's good for date night. It's good for kids. Kids love that as well. So you could fancy it up or you could take it down a notch. Alright, so I'm just letting my beef simmer for a bit. I'm just going to take the heat down a little bit so that it doesn't get too dry. And so this amount of beef I would say this is about 3 cups of beef, of minced beef. This could actually probably make like about 12 ravioli pieces, depending on how big you want it or how small. So I would say all of 10 minutes cooking, because you don't want to overcook the beef because it's going to cook in the ravioli again. So this is actually almost ready. All right, so the water or the sauce is just drying down a bit. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of my pasta sauce to it. Just for a little bit of color. And what is nice about all these dishes, so like I had made this pasta sauce early on in the week. I put away some I froze it, so it was also like a beef pasta sauce. So, and I would have made a homemade pasta sauce on previous shows as well too. So go back and check it out. All right, so I'm gonna take this beef off now. And we're just gonna set this aside. All right. All right, so I'm gonna start my chicken. So I'm just gonna rough chop it a bit more. So I'm using chicken breast, so you could use chicken thighs. Or also they have the minced chicken. So I'm mincing my own chicken. All right, so minced chicken going on here. The pan is heating up. And we're going to be sauteing this in about 2 minutes. I'm going to add a little bit of oil to my pan. And I think I could put my chicken in one time. Here's a nice sizzle there. It smells so nice already. So I'm just going to add the rest of my All right, so I'm going to leave this to simmer for a few minutes. Probably about 6 to 8 minutes. And then we're gonna actually set up our ravioli in a couple minutes.
Welcome to the Chatak's Kitchen, where it's tastier and spicier. For even more taste, cook with Chatak's Amchar Masala, saffron, ground jeera and black pepper. Mix in Chatak's mild, spicy or Madras curry. Get a burst of excitement with a mango amchar, pomsade and mango kuchila, lime and pepper chunks, West Indian hot sauce and lime pepper sauce. Plus, Chatak's tamarind and mango chutneys are perfect with kalori and sahina. So make your kitchen a Chatak kitchen. Chatak's fruit products, bringing good taste to life.
Alright, so on my clean surface countertop, I cut my dough in half. So you're gonna see what's gonna go on here now, alright? So So we're gonna start rolling one piece. So make sure and flour your board or your countertop, as we say. Now there are also machines that do this for you, but we're doing it home style today. And trust me, it tastes just as good. So you have to be a little gentle with the dough, because remember, it's just a combination of eggs and flour and some seasonings. I'm just going to raise it just a little bit, and the flour underneath. Get that texture back there. I'm going to put a little more flour just to keep it smooth on the bottom. So we're going to give it a turn. Just a gentle roll again. Alright, so I'm going to set that piece aside right here like so. And then we're going to continue to roll. Oops. So as you can see, I'm trying not to put too much flour. I'm just sprinkling lightly, because we want two pieces to rest on top of each other. There, so I'm going to rest that here. Come back with this one. All right, so if you can get it like a rectangle, good for you. So I'm going to start to layer the dough with some of the meat. All right, so we can do some beef first. All right, so now I'm just going to rest this on top of this one, just like this. And I'm just going to put a little bit of water. Just to seal the edges a bit. All right, so I'm going to use my simple cookie cutter, and we're going to cut out our ravioli pieces. All right, see how lovely that looks already. Move this around. Okay, so I'm going to flour my board here. All right, so we're almost to the end of this, so I'm just pressing the edges with a fork just to keep it sealed. How cute is that? your very own homemade pasta ravioli, beef ravioli. And also chicken. Perfect for date night or even as a kid's meal. Voila. All right, so I'm just gonna set up my hot water and we're just gonna, well, as I say, poach them a bit. My water is boiling, so I'm just gonna place my ravioli pieces into the water. And we're gonna let this boil for about 5 minutes. It will start floating to the top when it's ready. Oh, it's floating to the top already. All right, so we're just gonna let this boil for a couple minutes. And basically that will be it. It'll be time to taste after. Guys, so don't forget to WhatsApp us at 393-ACTN. The full recipes will be posted on Facebook and Instagram, also YouTube. Don't be afraid to reach out and let us know your thoughts. WhatsApp us for the full recipes, as I said. And don't forget, every Monday and Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. on ACTN The Voice. So our ravioli is almost done. So I'm just going to saute the rest of this pasta sauce a bit. So again, I said this was my homemade pasta sauce. And we're just going to be adding the ravioli to that for the final touch. All right, so as you can see, our ravioli is boiling up quite nicely. So it's basically like a, a dumpling, but we would, an egg dumpling. All right, guys, so our ravioli is done. So we're gonna plate up here. Oh my gosh, this smells so amazing. That is so pretty. All right, so I'm just gonna put the rest of my sauce all around here, like this. I'm just gonna add a little dollop of my sour cream. How pretty is that? Some more of my sides. And guys, you can add salt and pepper to taste it. If you want your stuff spicy, you can add some more spice to that. Now it's time for the best part. So guys, our chicken and beef ravioli, and as I said, it can be that vegetarian or seafood. And now it's time to taste. Look at that. Well cooked, perfectly cooked. Lovely. Has a really nice texture. You can also serve it up with your favorite. Well, I'm using a focaccia bread. So you can dip some of that in the sauce. Really, really nice. Okay. All right. So I would give this 10 out of 10. So guys, feel free to WhatsApp us at 393-ACTN. I hope you enjoyed this today. This meal is like, wow. Yeah, I have to stop myself from eating. So guys, we have come to the end of this episode of Stacy's Kitchen. I do hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check us out every Monday and Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. on ACTN The Voice. Special thanks to all our sponsors, Chatterx, Ravi's, and everybody else who contributed to making this a success. So see you next Monday and Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. on ACTN The Voice.